Hello class 9. Today before starting any new chapter, I will tell you the reduced syllabus because many of you have asked me about the new reduced syllabus for your year exam. So board has removed a lot of chapters from your bio syllabus. Okay. Now I'll tell you today what are the chapters which are there in your syllabus. Okay. Cell, tissues, flower, pollination and fertilization, seeds, respiration in plants, economic importance of bacteria and fungi, nutrition, digestive system, skeleton, skin, the respiratory system. Okay, so these are the chapters which are there in your syllabus, and which are not there in your syllabus, that is hygiene, diseases, aids to health, health organizations, waste generation and management, and five kingdom of classification. These chapters are not there in your syllabus for 2021. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay. Now students, today I'll start with a new chapter, that is nutrition. It's a very small chapter, but it is there in your syllabus, so we must know about it. And in this chapter you have to learn a lot of things. So I am starting with this. Now first, one thing you have to know, that is what is a balanced diet. I hope you all know that you have learnt it from your childhood. What is a balanced diet? It is one which includes food items which supply all the necessary nutrients. And appetite means the desire to eat. And hunger is the uneasy sensation due to lack of food. Clear? Now, need of nutrition. All living organisms require food. They have 6 purposes for that. First of all, we need food for our growth, for building up of cells, providing material for the repair of worn out or injured cells, providing energy needed by the body to carry out various life functions, maintenance of chemical composition of cells, provision of raw materials for the manufacture of various secretions inside the body, and protection from disease and infection. So we need nutrition for so many things. So we need food. Now there are 6 classes of food substances in our nutrients. Like, we call all the 6 classes of food substances as nutrients, and there are 6 classes of that. These are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, mineral salts, vitamins, and last but not the least, water. We all know why water is so important to us. We'll come to that. Now first we are shifting to carbohydrates. Now carbohydrates are the compounds of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, with hydrogen and oxygen always in the ratio of 2:1. This you have to remember. They are oxidized in the cells to release energy, because whatever energy we are getting, that is we are getting from our food. And from which part of the food? We are getting it from the carbohydrate part of the food. Now carbohydrates include sugars, starch, cellulose, etc. There are many carbohydrates. Okay. Now we'll come to the first kind of carbohydrate that we come across in our day-to-day life, that is sugar. Sugars are soluble in cold water and taste sweet. They have got 2 major categories. One is monosaccharides, another is disaccharides. Now monosaccharides are the simple sugars with a general chemical formula C6H12O6. This also you have to remember. You all know, I hope, that this is the chemical formula of glucose, which is the most important sugar. These need no digestion and straight away they can be absorbed into the blood. 3 types of simple sugars are there. One is glucose, another is fructose, another is galactose. Fructose we can find in fruits and galactose we can find in milk. Disaccharides, from the name we can understand mono means 1 and di means 2. So double sugars, and they have a general formula which is different from the monosaccharides, that is C12H22O11. There are again three types of disaccharides: sucrose, maltose, and lactose. Now, sucrose are the commercial sugar which we get from the sugar beet or the sugar cane. It is a double sugar made up of glucose and fructose. Maltose, we get it in the malt sugar made up of two glucose molecules. And lactose is a milk sugar made up of glucose and galactose. Because they are double sugars, so they consist of two simple sugars. Next category of carbohydrate is the starch. It is an insoluble carbohydrate. It is in this form that plants commonly store carbohydrates because it's a very complex carbohydrates. We can find it in potatoes, grains, and bread, which are the chief sources of starch. The starch has a chemical formula C6H10O5 whole N. This N is the number of molecules. It can be any number of molecules. That means it can be a very long chain, and we call it as polysaccharide. Poly means more than two. Two other insoluble polysaccharide carbohydrates are cellulose and glycogen. Cellulose is found in cell walls of plants. It is unused in our body. And glycogen is the form in which carbohydrates are stored in animals. Where in animals? Mainly in the liver and in the muscle tissues. Carbohydrates are the principal energy sources in the body. 1 mole of glucose releases 686 kilocalories of energy. Now, roughage, only you have to know what are the roles of roughage, all the 3 points, and you can also learn the sources of roughage. Okay. Next nutrient is the fat, which is again composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The oxygen content is much less over here. They produce more energy than carbohydrates. That is, 1 mole of fat releases 9.45 kilocalorie of energy. Now here, carbohydrate, 1 mole of carbohydrate was releasing 686 kilocalorie, and 1 mole of fat will release obviously more energy. So this is it is not 9.45, it is 945 kilocalorie of energy. Okay. Common foods are, butter, oils, fats of meat, fish liver oils. Fats and oils are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. This also again you have to remember. They are made up of two constituents. One is fatty acid, another is glycerol. Function of fat: they produces a lot of energy, important storage form of food, acts as a solvent for fat soluble vitamins, and also another very important role is there, that it protects the body against a rapid loss of heat. That means it provides a very good insulation. Clear? Okay, students, so today up to fat. I'll go very slowly because we have done a lot of chapter. Again, I'm repeating, if any of the chapters you have some problem, you can come up with that in the comment box. I hope you all have seen. I give the answer as soon as possible. And also, I will tell you that if you are facing any problem with the question answers, then also you can come up with that, particularly with those questions. You can uh, send me those questions in the comment box, or you can ask me from there that if any problem, I'll definitely solve it for you. So uh, it's an open opportunity for all of you to ask me any problem in the respective chapters. Okay, thank you.